So there's a great many shooting positions that I like to practice at home that, depending on my range, I may not be allowed to do. Because it's an unorthodox shooting position, and or the safety rules at your local range wouldn't allow you to do the position based on you having to point the gun uprange or downrange. With the SIRT, I don't have to worry about that. So I'm simply going to get down on the ground and present myself as if I'm going to shoot that direction. I'm going to shoot at this target here. To do that, I'm going to just show you a couple of positions. So we're all familiar with the prone position, or hopefully we're familiar with the prone position. So this is your standard prone that you might have to use. Hopefully we don't end up on our stomach in a gunfight shooting, and it's not likely that it's going to occur that I would fall forward and have to shoot from a position like this. This position is mostly for rifle, and there's so many other great positions from the ground that we can get ourselves into. If you have to shoot from this position or you fall into this position, by all means, engage from here. But if I simply roll over to my right side, I can utilize just my right arm. It doesn't matter really what my legs do, because in the fight, I'm going to be scrambling, getting up, trying to get away. There are several different things you can do to make yourself more stable, whether it's pressing a knee down and up. I've heard it all. I personally think that you're going to be trying to move from this position, not stay in this position. But another thing you might not be able to practice at the range is shooting from your back and engaging targets at distance. Now this sounds silly, like when could I possibly use that? Think about it for a minute. I bet you could come up with 100 scenarios where you're on your back, you've either been shot or you're trying to survive, and someone is aggressing you from this side. You can simply extend the gun over the side of your head like this. You can go this direction. I'm going to orient myself back towards Bob. I can shift. I can go this side, or I can simply tuck my head, extend with both arms, and get the most accuracy. To do that, I'm simply extending the gun, aligning my sights just like before, and get my hits. Now, why you might not be able to practice this at the range is, as I stand now, that is my downrange area. So if that is my downrange area and that's uprange where people are watching, shooting, the lodges, take your pick, cars, you may not be able to pull this gun out of the holster in what's a safe manner without muzzling whoever's down there. So with the SIRT, I can do this in the garage all I want. I can plant my feet. I don't have to worry about, although I would never advocate intentionally sweeping yourself when it's not necessary, but the fact of the matter is, in a gunfight, we're going to have to sweep ourselves from time to time. There's certain things that are unavoidable. I can't get this gun out of my holster without sweeping my body at some point. So that's an acceptable risk that I'm going to have to take in the fight. But I can get a high volume of reps in and a high volume of training with an inert gun like the SIRT, and I don't have to worry about getting kicked off the range